Welcome fans to the DAC, to another week of Oak Park football. This is week 3. Northmen are home, of course, against William Chrisman, a team that lost to last year and a team that has beaten the Northmen. I think the past 4 years, Northmen has not been able to get a win. But yeah, it's a big matchup. It's two teams with similar game plans going into it. What do you think about this matchup today, Ty?
Honestly, I believe that the game, this is going to be a great game. You know, a lot of, like I said last week, highlight plays, key players, making key plays. And that's really all I really want to look for in this game is just the fight, the battle that is going to happen between these two teams. It's going to be a great fight, a great battle.
Yeah, I think this game today really opens up the Northman schedule. It's like we've talked to the coaches and they make it clear that every win is important to them. But a win here against Chrisman today, you got Ruskin next week, you got Fordo, who it's a really winnable game, and then you got Grandview, and then you go to Belton, North Kansas City, and then you've got Hickman. So I mean, it's a great opportunity the Northmen have right here, but they have to take advantage of it, and it starts with getting the win right now. It starts with getting this win, focusing on this week, and yeah, I mean that's pretty much the moral of this game. Chrisman, they're a team that runs the ball. The quarterback is actually a former rugby player, so you know he's going to be strong. He's going to run the ball a lot. But one thing that I'm seeing from looking at the sideline right now, they have about half the players Oak Park do right now. So I'm not sure if they're thin this week, but yeah, I mean it's not a big sideline right now. So that's definitely a factor that people can bring into this one.
Yeah, definitely. And honestly, I like to see that. I like to see that Oak Park has a bigger team. We have a lot more players that we can use against Chrisman. And I mean, with the team that, with a team that's as thin as that sideline is looking right now, I can really say that if they start getting tired, they have nowhere else to go. Oak Park has, 5, 6 people back that they could possibly go to. I think this is a great fit.
Yeah, and especially from what we saw in the game against Raytown last week, they just pounded that Raytown defense. They wore them out all game, long offensive possessions. So I mean, if you get more of the same against Chrisman, who look really thin right now, I mean it's a huge opportunity right here.
Yeah, and unless they're hiding players in the locker room,
yeah,
I don't think there's any more.
I don't think they can do that, but yeah, I mean it really looks crazy. Like I know Chrisman's a good football team. Like they're 0-2 right now, losses to Blue Springs, one of the top teams in the state, North Kansas City, who we've seen too much over the couple of years. Yeah, I mean they're a good football team. So I mean it's kind of surprising to see what they're coming out with right now. But I mean we can't take anything for granted. Like we still have to come out there, same game plan, because I know the Northmen aren't that kind of team to look at someone and say, hey, we got this. Like they're confident, but they're not really cocky, and it's important to have confidence but not cockiness. So yeah, I mean they still have to keep their heads. Keep their heads and focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, last year, a lot of the game was a lot of back and forth, bickering and fighting, not as much of playing the game.
I remember it being it was real cold. I mean, it was rainy. I mean, it wasn't a nice day either.
Bad conditions, but I mean, we still went out there and played, and somehow we came out with the loss. But this year looking a lot better, offense and defensively, and I'm ready for this game to get started.
Yeah, the score last year against Chrisman was 28-7, and I'm sure we'll see more offense coming from the Northmen. Also, an improved defense. Yeah, I mean all the signs are pointing to yes right now for the Northmen. Yeah, hitting with you some other stats we got right here too. I mean, when I say that both teams are similar going into this one, I mean that really is the truth. Last game against North Kansas City, Chrisman only threw the ball 15 times, and I mean compared to the Northmen throwing the ball 6 times against Raytown, I mean there's obviously a difference, but it's similar. So yeah, a lot of runs are gonna happen right here. Not many balls downfield. When we do see ball downfield, it's more than likely going to be a slant or a quick pass, just trying to get the ball in the hands of a playmaker and get him in the open field.
Yeah, and this game, this is the exact reason why I said this is going to be a back and forth battle. This is going to be a fight because it's going to be nothing but run after run after run on both sides of the ball for both teams.
It's smash mouth football. that's what you're going to see tonight. But we're about ready for the opening kickoff tonight. So, yeah, I'm ready for this game. And I mean,
I'm very ready.
talking to the players before the game, I mean, they're all hyped. They understand how big of an opportunity this is to bounce back from a disappointing loss to Platte County, which the Northmen really thought they could have came out with, to get to 2-1 and go face Ruskin, the team that you beat pretty handily last year. I mean, this could be the game that turns around the Northman season. You could be seeing a big year from the Northmen. They can get to 4 wins early.
Oh yeah, I definitely think that this season is going to be a great season, and I am so hyped and ready for the rest of the season. This is only Game 3, but it is the hypest Game 3 I've ever seen.
Yeah, and one thing that's really been the theme, which we want to get off to, that the Northmen look at every team they play as a challenge, and they prepare the same way. But they believe that the toughest 2 teams that they've played this year were the two teams they've already played, Platte County and Raytown. I mean, you look at the standings, they see that to be true, but ready for the opening kickoff. Beacons Francois with the kick. It's picked up by Chrisman. He's trying to kick it to the outside. He's been tackled around the 25-yard line.
Northman defense out now, and I'm ready for this. Defense has been a major factor. It was a major factor last game, and we shut down Raytown's offense, and I am ready to see us shut down, William Chrisman's offense. And I think we easily can do that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if anything comes easily in these varsity football games, which is, Ty knows that. We all know that. But, yeah, from what we saw against Raytown, Northland defense is going to be full of confidence. So, number 4 in motion. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And that play, he's dragging the defender. About to gain a 2 on the play, and that's a lot we saw against Raytown right there.
Yes, like I said last game, it was nothing but getting shut down, and right there, very first play of the game. All right, 2nd and 10, no yard. 2nd and 8, apologize. 2nd and 8, and that's exactly what we need. If we can make that consistency of only letting them allow 2 yards, I think this is a great game.
Yeah, that was Cameron Thompson with the carry. Last week, put up 82 yards, a touchdown, averaged 3.9 yards a carry, so he's definitely someone to watch out for. Hitting up number 4 in motion, trying to kick it to the outside. And another gain of 2 right there, so that's what you were saying, Ty.
I'm telling you, this Northman defensive line, linebackers, they are the quickest that are out here, and they are going to hunt you down, and they are going to tackle you. You're not going to get very far on the Northman defense.
That's Colton Tistammer with the tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 7 for William Chrisman. Looks like they're running the same kind of offense. Right now it looks like they've got number 4 in the backfield. They've got Marcus Wigfall. He's going to be receiving the snap. Jump back to pass. He's looking deep. And it has to be incomplete. Northman right in his face right there.
Could have been an interception, but you know what? We are okay with that. 4th and 8, they're going to go for a punt, I hope. But that's exactly what we want. That is exactly what we want.
Yeah, Logan Woolman back to return the punt. But, right there, good coverage. There's 2 Northmen swarming around that ball. But what you saw is they weren't really more focused on getting the football, which, they may not sound like something you want to do as a cornerback is, you don't want to know what football is, but, they can read what that wide receiver is doing, get their hands up, and try disrupting his rhythm of catching the football. But
punt almost blocked there, and Logan will catch it, and he will run to the outside. Past the 50, he will be tackled right there at the 51.
I made a good move. Logan had a big return last game. He really had a big game last game all around. He only had 1 reception and 1 carry, but I think they were both 2 reception carries that were huge in that Raytown game. So definitely look his way to be someone Northman go to in a high-pressure situation.
Yeah, and Northman, great field position right here. We're at the 51. So, 49.
The woman in motion. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. And Najib bring it to the outside, and he's going to gain solid yardage right there. 8-yard gain on the carry from Najib Al-Hakim.
Najib is an amazing player. He has the power to break through those tackles, and that is exactly what we just saw. After contact, he had another 6 yards. He was immediately hit, 2 yards into the play, but that didn't matter.
Yeah, you saw the explosive running from Najib early, which I guarantee you'll see that heading through, the whole game tonight. But we're going to go to him again and dragging the defenders, and he will look like be right down at the first down. I think he's going to be just short. Yeah, you saw him right there using his offensive lineman. And that's like there will be a first down for the Northmen.
I don't think we can complain with that. It's pretty simple. They said no, went back and said it was the first down. So not much to say about that.
Yeah, if Northman can go to that, each drive that's 2 handoffs and already first down. So Najib so far looking like he hasn't skipped a beat.
Lucas Ocker out there at receiver, and he'll cut across the middle, and Blake will be tackled in the backfield, taken back to the 48, 49-yard line.
Yeah, you just saw that play get blown up. Chrisman was looking for the run. You saw they could tell they were going for the QB option. They faked the handoff to Najib, tried to roll out to the left, but the Chrisman player was right in his face as soon as he held on to it. That's one thing that they probably will have to work on going in to the next week, is that make sure the quarterback always has his eyes downfield. I'm not sure if that was really a breakdown in protection, but there's really nothing you can do as a quarterback when the defense is right in your face like that.
And Najib will make another great gain. It is second down, so we're gonna have to fight on this third down, but great gain, already almost back to the first, to that first down.
Yeah, made a good move, made the first tackle or miss, and still, it never takes just one person to bring down Najib. Every time you see him carry the football, it's going to take 3 or 4 bears to bring him down.
You can watch him. While he's running, his feet are consistently moving. It doesn't matter if you pick him up or slam him on the ground. His feet are always moving in the running motion, and he will not stop until you're on top of him on the ground, and it's great to see.
3rd and 14 for the Northmen. It's been an incomplete pass. Intended for Derek John. It's intended for Derek Cannon. Yeah. Derek Cannon, actually quarterback last year, wasn't he?
He was. He was a quarterback last year. He was on JV. He was a JV quarterback, but he's also left-handed, so he was the only left-handed quarterback. But he's a great receiver too. I will say that. But kind of miss seeing him at quarterback just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I think the future's bright. You got Ty Clemens, who looked really good in warm-ups, and he's looked pretty good all year, even though we haven't seen him in any game-time situations. At Jamboree, he looked good, and he will be a junior next year, so he'll have him for another year.
Yeah, and great punt right there. Taken out right at the 11.
Yeah,
that can't be much more perfect. And, that's what coaches want. They want you to get within that, the first 10 yards. And I think any coach would be happy with the ball being on the 11.
Yeah.
That's just a great punt.
Yeah. Aiming for the sideline. That's what you see. You'll see any kicker. You'll see professional kickers, college kickers. That's what they do.
Exactly.
Just try to get a lucky bounce and get it out of bounds. 2 wide set, running back in the backfield for Chrisman. Roll out to the right. He's going to tug it and run. And it's like a short gain on the play.
Defensive line right there just working to make sure that that whole play shifted all the way to the left, because every single lineman was going that way. And that's exactly what we want.
Yeah, quarterback O.C. Nauer on the carry.
Colton with a tackle once again.
Yeah, 2 tackles already early in this game, but that's what we said the game plan was going to be. It's going to be running the football, and we've seen it so far. They've looked downfield once, and so the Northmen also only looked downfield once on 3rd down situations. But so we got a Northman down.
Looks like Colton Tistammer once again.
Yeah, Colton went down last game. He was able to get up and jog towards the sideline, but this one Doesn't look very good.
Looks like that leg again, knee. It's what it's looking like right now. It's looking like his knee, but, last year he had ankle problems and was out for a lot of that.
Yeah, he solved the ankle problems. I mean, Colton, he's a fighter, and he wants to get back on that field, but
Colton right back up. There you go.
it looks like he's gonna walk back to sideline on his own power. So, man, that does deserve a round of applause from Colton. He's such a tough player. Went down last week against Raytown, but once again, he was able to get back up. He ran to the sideline. You saw, the reaction from the Oak Park crowd watching him run to the sideline was just huge, because they know how vital Colton is and how good of a guy he is too.
Yeah, and hopefully they get him running just a little bit, if he can. Hopefully they get him just running just a little bit on the sideline right here, because right now it's looking like a limp, and,
It's good.
I don't want to say anything, but kind of scared to see him, go out like that.
He looks upset, but seeing him walk on the sideline on his own power, it's encouraging.
Definitely.
Same set right now for Chrisman. It's 3rd and 7. It's going to be a handoff. Tries to kick it out to the left. Makes a move. And will get brought down by about 4 Northmen right there.
That play went on for a little bit longer than I expected. Plays are quick, but, play went on for a little bit longer than I expected right there. There were Northmen all around him, but for some reason they just didn't get him down. But they did get him down before the first down, and it's 3rd and 1.
Yeah, swarming the football as we saw right there from the Northmen. 3rd and 1, different set for Chrisman. They got 2 receivers to the right and another back in the backfield.
Chrisman with the snap, though.
gonna
Running
fake
with
the
the quarterback. He'll be taken down.
He's going to gain the first down. O.C. Nauer with the carry.
Kayvon Jackson right there. I haven't heard that name in a couple minutes, but Kayvon, great player, great attitude. He loves the game of football, and was out last season because of a shoulder injury, but it's great to see him back, and it's great to hear his name over the intercom. So
Yeah, we seen O.C. Nauer run the ball a couple times so far, but you can tell, he's a big guy looking at him right now, and you tell he has some rugby. I'm going to pass it there to the Chrisman number 4. That is Marcus Wigfall with the reception.
taken down by Phil Corbin. Last game went off. Him and Najee both went off in the running game, and Phil last game also had quite a bit of tackles.
Yeah, we said before that both teams really they don't have just that one go-to guy. They've got a really committee running game. Northman, you've got Phil, and then you've got Najee, and then for Chrisman, you got Nauer and you got Thompson. And you've seen both of them get the bulk of the carries so far. It's like they're going to go again to Nauer, trying to kick to the outside. It's a flag on the field. A great tackle right there for the Northman. Looks like it's R.J. Hughes with the tackle.
Coach Danneman down there pointing back, and he is right. It will be against Chrisman, holding on Chrisman.
Yeah, that's one thing you'll see a couple times when you got those run-heavy type of offense. It's gonna be a lot of holding, and that's one thing that I am kind of impressed and happy to see from last game when the Northmen really only passed the ball 6 times, but the bulk of their offense was running. We didn't see many penalties on the Northmen, and that's just something that's discipline from the coaching staff, and that's also just one thing that they preach to this team is force the other team into mistakes and
Once to see
possessions too. It's all about when your drive on defense and then when you drive on offense.
another flag on the play.
The false start on William Chrisman. It's going to move him back.
And now they are